Hello and welcome everyone to the second episode of Special Discussion. I'm your host Maruf, and today with me again I have T.
Hey guys.
So this week we got some interesting stuff, like not just the blog posts themselves, but some other news as well. We'll just discuss them as we go through them. So on Monday, we got a Ness, about which the website states Ness has a variety of moves, from long-range attacks using psychic powers known as PSI to short-range attacks with his bat and yo-yo. Ness can also unleash PK Thunder, a guided attack that can launch him like a rocket or help him recover. Ness is included in the game, no big surprise because he's been part of the original 12 since 64.
Yeah.
One good thing we know about, or one fortunate thing we have, is that Ness is one of the playable characters in the demo builds of Ultimate. And overall, the changes that I've seen and noticed myself is like his aerials have changed quite a bit. Like for instance, his neutral air has kind of like psychic effects similar to like Zelda's Nair.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if it's a single hit or maybe a multi-hit similar to Zelda's Nair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a buff or nerf. Again, it depends on how much hit stun each multi-hit move has, and if you were to land with it, would you have enough or low enough landing lag to actually combo into something like a grab or jab.
Yeah.
And then we have his up air, which is I know a lot of Ness mains are quite upset about it because it's not a kill move anymore, but it's more of like a drag down move. So what do you think, T? Do you like his new up air, or would you still miss his old up air?
I'm gonna miss his old upper.
Yeah. Other than that, his PK Fire has a new animation and new effects. When you land the PK Fire, you can see like those diamond-esque effects whenever they make contact with someone, similar to how they're presented in Earthbound.
Yeah, that's right.
Also, another thing I didn't really notice much myself, but others did notice, is that similar to how when Lucas does PK Fire, he kind of gets pushed back. Apparently Ness also gets a bit pushed back whenever he does PK Fire, at least on the ground.
Yeah, that's right.
And other than that, his PK Fire animation is basically just an objection post from Ace Attorney. And then his PK Flash, we didn't really see much of it, and I'm still not sure if it's confirmed at this moment, or at least in the demo builds. Is that for PK Flash, a lot of people, including myself and T as well, are hoping that PK Flash doesn't put you in free fall whenever you do it in the air, similar to how Zelda's side B, Din's Fire, got buffed in Ultimate, where she doesn't go free fall after using it in the air.
I think it was confirmed.
Well, still, once the game comes out, then we'll know for sure. Or maybe if it still does put Ness in free fall, maybe Ness mains may be fortunate enough to get a buff in the near future as the game releases with patches.
Yeah, I agree.
Other than that, he now faces like mirrored, like in Smash 4. You've seen how some characters like Mario, Luigi, Bowser, if they face either side, left or right, they kind of have their front facing towards the camera.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and in Smash 4, that wasn't the case with Ness for whatever reason. I mean, it makes sense for characters that have like a weapon or like sword fighters, but for whatever reason, even like Ness, Yoshi, Lucas didn't face mirrored in Smash 4.
Yeah.
So in Ultimate they do. So I guess that's good for people who are just, I don't know, maybe more into just pausing the screen during casuals or friendlies and just get a screenshot or whatever.
I know that PS has the Lucas's version.
Oh, you mean his down B?
Yeah.
How so, like in terms of animation?
No, just the hitbox.
Oh, you mean like when Ness does his down B near an opponent, it has an actual hitbox?
Yeah.
Oh wow, so that's a really good buff for Ness then.
Yeah.
Finally, Ness can also shine Spike.
But see, there's a problem. Say you absorb PK Thunder recover and he's below this, you might accidentally with the hitbox.
Oh, I see. So you mean is that they might get hit by the hitbox and basically like get hit out of their free fall state.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, maybe maybe that's the main reason why they gave it a hitbox in the first place, so that gimping other Ness players or Lucas players trying to recover, like make it a bit challenging for the Ness player trying to edge guard and trying to just absorb the PK Thunder.
Yeah.
But then what I've seen with Lucas, because Lucas still has his hitbox in Smash 4, what they do is that because Lucas kind of holds it in his hand and it's basically disjointed from him, what Lucas players do is that they just down B and they don't necessarily let go of down B until their opponent or like Ness or Lucas the victim is below enough to not reach the hand to reach to reach Lucas's hitbox on his hand.
Oh yeah, I can see.
So maybe this is maybe Sakura was thinking that we should just give it a hitbox to make it more challenging, but players, I'm pretty sure like competitive players like us and other top players are just going to abuse it at the way however they want.
Yeah.
Another visual, not upgrade but change Ness got was on his final smash, PK Star Storm, where Paul and Pooh appear alongside him.
Oh, that's really cool.
So unless Final Smash meters become legal, we won't be seeing them. It's kind of funny because in Earthbound, or at least in Smash Ultimate, all of his moves don't really belong to him.
Yeah, that's right.
And funnily enough, in Earthbound, I believe Ness is mainly a healer.
Yeah, I'd say.
Right, and then Jeff isn't in the Final Smash because one, he's an assist trophy, and two, even in Earthbound, he doesn't necessarily do PSI attacks. He just uses he just uses his, I believe, those water bottle rocket attacks.
Yeah. Although I find it weird that they gave Boney next to him when he did Final Smash.
Oh, you mean Kumatora and Boney next to Lucas' Final Smash?
Yeah.
I haven't played Mother 3, so I don't know why. Is Boney like one of the party members?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just the dog.
Well, if we can have the dog from Duck Hunt, then anything's possible.
Oh.
I can see people playing Duck Hunt and Lucas matches with whenever Lucas gets his final smash, have Duck Hunt have like a surprise reaction when he sees Boney. Alright, other than that, his overall model also looks quite better, especially for us 3DS players, the model is really good.
Oh, I agree.
Anything else you want to add about Ness?
There's one thing. Ness's yo-yo, his his down smash.
Yeah.
It actually has it like in the previous piece, so you can edge really well with this now.
Oh yeah, I see. Like in melee, you can if you charge your down smash, it has an active hitbox.
Yeah, just like melee.
Oh, nice. Oh, I almost forgot about it. His PK Thunder, like whenever he recovers with PK Thunder, you can actually see an arrow pointing outwards from Ness, which indicates in which direction he'll get launched during PK Rocket.
Yeah, that's right.
It's helpful for both the Ness player trying to recover and also the opponent who's trying to edgeguard them.
Yeah.
So overall, I personally think it's a nerf.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because Ness players are very or at least in Smash 4 and in prior games were at least experienced enough to know where to land the PK Thunder projectile to to aim where Ness should be flying toward, or at what direction Ness should be flying at. Now when you have the arrow present, someone who's trying to edgeguard you would make it will be much easier for them to plan their strategy against you.
That is true.
Okay, so before we move on to the next day,
His memory code.
okay,
Should I just start reading now?
you can just read from Ness.
Ness, on this years ago, you can use natural powers. But during the game, Ness can become home as effective. In order to get better, home or cool his mom.
Yeah, which is most likely represented by his shield break animation. I mean, I honestly can't find any other like direct reference to him being homesick in Smash. It certainly fits the atmosphere of the game.
Yeah.
Before moving on to next day's post, we got some news regarding a Pro Controller, a limited edition Pro Controller for Ultimate. And what do you say, T? How do you see it? Do you like the design of it?
I personally do.
Another thing with Pro Controllers, it has been a problem with at least with the initial runs of or initial production of the Pro Controller, is that the D-pad hasn't really been the best it's been a bit wonky. Like I have the original Pro Controller in front of me, and sometimes whenever you're like, for example, pressing either a right or left on D-pad, the Switch sometimes registers it alongside with a diagonal up or down as well.
Oh yeah.
After the shipping or after the run of the vanilla Pro controllers, we got the limited edition Splatoon 2 and Xenoblade Chronicles 2 the limited edition versions, and those controllers had this issue fixed.
Oh okay.
I'm hoping at least the Smash Ultimate version also has this problem fixed.
Mm.
For me, I'll definitely be picking this up because you can either get it or purchase it separately or alongside the Steelbook limited edition cover.
Mm. When I was speaking of buying, it actually sold out.
Oh,
Yeah.
at least you can just pre-order it now in time with release of Ultimate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
About the design, I'm really I don't really like how the Smash logo is off-center.
Yeah, it's really strange.
It makes sense because they want to have the Nintendo Switch logo like intersecting or at least be in the middle of the cross of the vertical cross, but seeing it off-center and just like having the left side so empty, it seems like it honestly feels like a DeviantArt edit. What most people even do like to this day with GameCube controllers is that they have like really good, really high quality paint jobs on their controllers. Have you seen those?
Oh yeah, I have.
Moving on to Tuesday's post, and on Tuesday we got an item or a boss, because the website doesn't really state it as a boss, but the direct does, so we'll get more into it. Today's item, Assist Trophy, Rathalos. This giant beast will appear when summoned, spreading its wings to create a powerful attack. Rathalos has fire breath and a roar that stuns opponents. Finding an opportunity to get an attack in can be difficult.
So this trophy slash pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, like to get another Capcom franchise represented in Smash.
Mhm.
Because we already have Mega Man and Street Fighter in the form of Ryu.
That's right.
So with Rathalos, it's kind of interesting because when they showed Rathalos initially in the 8th August Nintendo Direct, they showed like a flat stage, which is definitely from Monster Hunter, and it's because it's a flat stage, and a lot of people are comparing it to the boss stages we had in Brawl from Subspace Emissary, and the fact that it's absent from the stage list that we got during the Direct. A lot of people think that this Rathalos Assist Trophy slash boss is an actual boss in the Spirits mod.
Oh, so that would see that.
Yeah, and with Rathalos being in the Spirits mode and potentially a Dracula as well, because if you remember in the Direct, one of the scenes had Dracula on the flat stage. Like it was Dracula, the stage was Dracula stage, but the whole there weren't any platforms or any specific layout of the stage. It was just a flat plane.
Yeah, that is true.
So with Rathalos being a boss, it's certainly interesting again to see more Capcom representation. And other than that, with now that we got Rathalos as a boss, do you think we'll get a newcomer from the Monster Hunter series?
I can see something.
If you recall, in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, they had a DLC run, and Monster Hunter, like a generic Monster Hunter, is basically playable in that game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So unless they just bring back the Mii Sword Fighter costumes from Smash 4, or maybe just have a surprise newcomer in Ultimate, I'm not into Monster Hunter myself, but for Monster Hunter fans, it would be more fan service for them.
Yeah, that's right.
But still, a lot of people are kind of arguing that the point of Monster Hunter is to like hunting the monsters, so a boss representation is enough. But Smash is basically a platformer and or a platform character-based fighting game. So the more the characters, the more the merrier, I guess.
Yeah. Sakurai will fix movesets.
Yeah, for movesets, just leave it to Sakurai. He can basically he can even program a freaking rock to have a moveset.
Yeah.
just make it have active hitbox all the time, similar to Kirby's Downbeat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anything else you want to add?
Nah, not much.
Okay, so moving on to the next day, we got, as every week as usual, another music piece on Wednesday. And you wanna go ahead, T?
Okay, today's music. You can now listen to a Kageyama arrangement of New Island main. Go Yoshi! Personally heard this, and I prefer it much more to the video one on the 3DS.
Yeah, when I read this post, I'm like, oh no, I'm just having flashbacks to that kazoos used in the main theme.
Oh my god.
But the theme itself is actually really good. It kind of reminds me of some of the instruments used in Yoshi's Story, the one on the N64.
I agree though.
It's good to have finally more Yoshi music confirmed, because prior to this we only had one Yoshi music confirmed, and that was the Melee team from the Melee team stage that has Randall in it.
Yeah.
Which too is basically a remix of Yoshi's Story.
That is true, yeah.
And like it's really nice to see that even if the source material or the source from where the music came from isn't necessarily liked as much in the community, it's nice to see that the remix is like really good, or at least a really good rendition has been utilized in Ultimate.
Yeah.
Imagine just getting a Yoshi Fair Spike and instantly hear the kazoos popping in. Okay, so on the same day, we got another update in the form of a brand new stage in the Smash Bros. Series overall. And about this, the blog post says, today's stage, New Donk City Hall. This stage is based on Super Mario Odyssey's New Donk City. When a fire touches a band member, their instrument gets added to the background track. Mayor Pauline also makes an appearance. Sorry guys, but Pauline got deconfirmed.
Oh.
No, but we actually knew about Pauline already being on the New Donk City stage due to the Mario character trailer on the website. So with New Donk City Hall, it's kind of interesting because to me this stage seems like a fusion between the Al Delfino stage in Brawl from Summer Sunshine and Prism Tower on 3DS.
Yeah, I agree.
And because initially it's like a simple flat walk-off similar to Prism Tower, and then it kind of mends or transitions from different layout, kind of similar to how Al Delfino does.
Yeah.
And now's the main question for us competitively is that what do you think the stage hazards turned off version would be?
I'm assuming you.
Do you see that layout?
Yeah.
Right. So this layouts, I personally think could very well be the stage hazards turned off version.
I can see why. It actually looks really good.
Yeah, it reminds me of one of those like in Project M. Project M, or like in Project M, what they did have was like different, like you have the courses from the different Nintendo games, but the stage layout is so simple that they're all viable for competitive play. And this layout really seems promising to me. Like this very well might be in the regular stage hazards turned on version, but to have this pick separately and just showing like two platforms and a main one in the middle, it's basically like Battlefield minus the top platform.
That's right. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, and I can see very well like the musician and Pauline on either sides basically being the new balloon. Like I can see like people whenever they pull like whenever people have a hard read or just have a Twitch clip, and just at the end of a clip or after the clip, instead of taunting, just hop over the musicians and Pauline.
Imagine she had a hitbox.
No, if she were to have a hitbox, then I'll be worried that it'll most likely get banned. We haven't seen the Omega or Battlefield forms of the stage either, but because in the stage hazards off version, it's very much possible to have the musicians and Pauline hovering on the stage on the separate platforms, and you basically being able to okay, so interestingly the website says touches a band member, so what?
Nintendo.
It reminds me of those Nintendo DS commercial. Touching is good.
It reminds me of when you'd select the Super Mario 64 DS. If you're a Yoshi, you would just say touch.
I remember that. Anyway, I'm back to the topic. So I'm kind of a bit, or not kind of a bit, but at least I hope that the stage has a turned off version have those musicians that you can touch. What I'm thinking is that on the Mega and Battlefield forms or versions of the stage, do you think these musicians and Pauline will be present even on those forms?
I hope so.
I can see why people I was talking with someone else earlier, and they think that that would kind of like distract you from the main purpose of why Omega forms and Battlefield forms exist to keep it simple and like balance in terms of competitive play. But my argument is that they could just keep them in for to keep the feel of the stage, even though you're playing on a simple version of the stage.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
So I won't be it won't be like my dreams are crushed if they are absent on the Mega or Battlefield versions, but it would be really cool to have them just be present there.
Yeah, I agree.
On to next day, on Thursday, we got another fighter. You wanna go ahead, T?
Peach, D super. Watch out for her power is airborne. Using her down special tools throw her apart. Sometimes she even gets a bob on.
So in the beginning they're like the Super Princess, and my mind immediately went back to her Nintendo DS game Super Princess Peach.
I love that game.
Yeah, I know that game isn't necessarily deep a traditional Mario game or because that game is just so casual, and it's kind of like a Kirby game, but not a Kirby game necessarily.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you have all of those 4 vibe powers and just whatever the whole. Do you remember the ending of the game?
Yes.
and interestingly, Perry, the Parasol was to at least in Brawl, or at least by how the Brawl's files suggest, based on the files that got data mined. Perry would have most likely been Peach's new Parasol in Brawl.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they most likely cut it, because if you were to introduce Perry, then people would have expected some of the vibe powers she could have.
Oh, that.
Because the vibe powers are kind of synced in with Perry.
Yeah.
Or you know what? We haven't seen Peach's Final Smash yet, have we?
I don't think we have.
Yeah, we haven't. So it's very much possible that Perry might appear in her Final Smash, because in Ultimate, the whole theme of Final Smash is to have them be instant and not have transformations or anything or such. And that's quite apparent with all of the other characters having instant one punch or instant you could say a boom Final Smash. And with Peach, her Final Smash has been she dances and puts everyone to sleep.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
So if they were to introduce Perry in her Final Smash and maybe pull some of the vibe attacks, maybe have the crying effect, have tears, have an actual hitbox, or maybe make her tears just like Greninja's uppy.
That'd be really cool.
Yeah, imagine just having a strong windbox move. Or her happy vibe just making her float and have a Luigi Cyclone hitbox active around her. But no, that would be more like a transformation base, because that's the one of the reasons why a Wario Man or Giga Bowser or Giga Mac aren't their Final Smashes anymore.
Oh, that's right.
What were the 2 other vibe effects? The other was where she heals herself.
The ones with angry.
Yeah, she gets angry. Just have not Bowser neutral B, but do you remember one of Palutena's customs in Smash 4, Heavenly Light?
Oh yeah.
Which is it's basically an active hitbox, a huge active hitbox above her, but it doesn't flinch.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can see that.
So maybe have a anger, a fire effect around Peach for a few seconds, and maybe this one might have a strong hitbox.
Yeah.
But well, that's just theory crafting, and again, it's for us competitive players, it's not that like really we don't really care about it much because since again we still don't know if Final Smash meters are still viable for competitive play or not.
That's right.
But it's still fun to like theory craft and see whatever potential ideas or how Sakura and the Smash team basically represent and incorporate their source material in Smash.
I agree. It would be so cool if Smash Meter was retained legal. It'd be such a so cool in my opinion.
Yeah, even I'd love to have Final Smash meters be legal, but at the moment, or at least initially, just test them as a side event for now.
Yeah.
Other than talking about the Final Smash and how basically the post has diverted us from the main her main representation to her Super Princess Peach game on DS. Now in Smash Ultimate, similar to how Ness has been like changed, she now mirrors all as well in Ultimate.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's kind of nice to see like even and in Ultimate her model is really good.
Yeah, I agree.
She still kind of like retains that weird Smash original quote-unquote baby doll face.
Yeah.
Because in the Mario games and even the Mario spin-off games like Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, she has like a regular this weird, like not naive but kind of like this dumb face. I'm sorry, Peach fans, but that's how she looks to me. In Smash, she's kind of like this mature princess and like just really optimistic, positive, and like, ooh, did I win?
I always thought that was so annoying when she did that.
Yeah, that's one of our victory animations.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm not sure if people who wanted Toad in this game are happy or sad, but now alongside her neutral special, which also get a bit changed. I'll talk about that later. Her grab now also has Toad appear in it.
That's right. Yeah.
So it's kind of a good thing. Maybe Sakura couldn't really maybe Sakurai and the Smash team had a bit of a trouble or couldn't really visualize how Toad could fight on his own. But to have it incorporated in Peach's grab animations and pummel are at least a really good or at least a nice touch.
I agree. Yeah.
Like I've seen like how when she does her forward throw in prior games or even like in Smash 4, she kind of like does this slap. But in Ultimate, when she does her when she does her forward throw, Toad kind of like bumps his head towards the opponent.
That's right. Yeah.
And the pummel is basically Toad like basically punching and Peach just using her same like foot to pummel their opponent.
Yeah. That's really cool design in this game.
Yeah, just have more like expressions and more true to their character.
That's right.
So onto a neutral special on neutral B. Now it's not just like using Toad as a meat shield, but now Toad on his own will actually protects Peach.
That is true.
And now even in the character video, you can also see that when she gets hit during the counter, like it's basically a counter during her neutral special, Toad like when whatever he like pukes or whatever he does, Peach has like this weird expression on her face. Other than that, her down tilt has a new animation. Instead of like a hand sweep, she does like a sweep kick.
Yeah.
It's a bit weird to see just like randomly pull her leg or foot and just sweep kick. But then again, it's the same character whose F tilt is basically a flash.
That's true.
Another thing people noticed is that whenever you throw turnips, they bounce off the ground once instead of just disappearing immediately.
Yeah.
So hopefully when they're bouncing, at least the turnips have an active hitbox.
I hope so.
We don't really have much info on Peach either because unfortunately she isn't playable in the demo builds.
That's right, yeah.
Alright, so alongside Peach we got a memory post similar to how Ness got, and this says 13 Peach. This is the 2015 Nintendo DS game Super Princess Peach. It was Peach's first time as the main protagonist. Story shakes things up by having Peach rescue Mario and Luigi from Bowser. Peach fights with the white powers Joy, Gloom, Rage, and Calm. And yeah, those are the four vibe powers that we previously discussed about how her potential new Final Smash could be or can be in Ultimate.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, it would be really cool to just have it present, but it to have this specific game referenced in Smash, and like the whole gist of like the whole theme of the game is just what?
Yeah.
I know people who haven't played the game won't really get what we're trying to say, but for those of you who played the game, you know what what the whole idea is. All right, so on to the next then final day. We got Wolf.
Yes.
And a veteran from Brawl, and one of the characters that were absent in Smash 4. It's nice to see Wolf, but I'll just read the text for now.
Yeah.
Today's fighter, Wolf, the leader of the Star Wolf mercenary team, makes his grand return after 10 years. He puts his sharp claws to good use in wild attacks, and his final smash is an all-out attack by Team Star Wolf. If Fox or Falco are in the battle, you may hear a unique line of dialogue.
Ooh.
One thing that they indirectly confirm is that his final smash is most likely the same as Fox and Falco's.
Yeah.
In Brawl as well, like all three of them had the Landmaster in Smash 4. Fox, Falco had the Landmaster, and in Ultimate, it seems to be the same case. Like instead of the Landmaster, it's just like them jumping in their R-wings and doing like an all-out attack. At the end of the text they have over here, it says that if Fox or Falco are in the battle, you may hear a unique line of dialogue. So is this unique line of dialogue during his victory animation or during his final smash?
Introduction dialogue.
Yeah, and in all the Smash games except 64, all of the Star Fox characters have at least like some sort of interaction or conversation from their own games incorporated in Smash on their stages.
Mm-hmm.
So like on 3DS, I think if you were to like down taunt for like if you like just gently tap the down taunt button on Corneria, you get like conversation with Fox and Falco.
Yeah.
Alongside that, you also got those victory animation quotes where Fox and Falco basically kind of like taunt each other.
Yeah.
They have it. The Fire Emblem characters have it. Even Palutena and Dark Pit have it.
That's right.
It's like stuff like this that really brings more of their character in Smash, even if you don't really know about them.
Yeah.
Or if you do know about them, it's basically more fan service.
Yeah.
So with Wolf, if you look at his character render and his character model, it's drastically different from his Brawl model.
Oh yes.
Even some of his moves got changed. Like his neutral air is basically like Fox neutral air, except that weird spinning animation he had in Brawl.
Oh yeah. Oh, sex cool.
Yeah, because and also in Brawl, since Wolf was one of the latest additions to Brawl, he borrowed a lot of moves from other characters.
Yeah.
He was basically like a half original, half Echo Fighter.
Yeah.
Since Wolf wasn't playable in the E3 builds either, I wonder how some of his other stuff that we don't really know about are changed. Like I think because in Brawl he couldn't, but I think it would be kind of interesting or kind of funny to see him crawl. I mean, if Pac-Man can crawl, then anyone can crawl.
That's true.
His neutral B, his blaster still retains the double hitbox it has on his gun and the projectile.
Yeah. He has loads of added technicalities to it in general.
Yeah, and now his side special Wolf Flash. It doesn't put him in free fall anymore, similar to how Fox and Falco's side Bs, Fox Illusion and Falco Phantasm didn't really put you to free fall in Smash 4.
Yeah.
They changed it with Fox and Falco. They most likely had to do it with Wolf as well.
Yeah.
And now it seems that it's his side B again. Like there's a sweet spot on his side B that's a spike.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It'd be kind of interesting to see like reverse edge guards whenever Wolf players are trying to just side B and recover.
Yeah.
Alright, so with Wolf, anything else you want to add?
Happy that we have Edgy Fox.
Edgy Fox. We just need edginess as in darkness. Alright, so that's that's this week's Smash Ultimate news covered. Um, uh, I don't really have anything much to say else, but yeah, it was much of, certainly an interesting week, and at least for in terms of like first competitive players with a new stage and how it could potentially be a legal stage as well. So
Yes.
all right, so I think we're I think we're done for now, guys. So thank you so much for watching again. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I initially had a plan for like have a bit of a bit of a Q&A section at the end, but unfortunately I didn't get enough comments in time to make it possible. So well, at least I hope to get more response and see how I can improve on this and whatever you guys thought of it. And well, with that, guys, we're done. Hope to see you at the end of next week's weekly blog updates and whatever news we get. So until next time, guys, goodbye.
Bye.